so hard.
Geraldine Bartleson was friends with a woman she knew as Dulce.
Her real name is Maria Dulce Pino Dickerson. And we call her Sweet, because Dulce is sweet.
Yes. But that relationship turned sour after Bartleson said her friend took thousands of dollars from her.
At the very beginning, I was blinded.
It all started with Maria Dickerson's company, Creative Legal Fundings.
My friend told me about this investment company that gives 10% each month if you invest.
According to the civil lawsuit filed in Sacramento, where Dickerson lives, she recruited the early investors around April 2021. Bartleson is a plaintiff in that lawsuit. The people would give money to the company that invested in accident attorneys financing law firm activities. Bartleson's attorney explains more.
Supposedly, these accident attorneys would need money to fund their own lawsuits and would, I guess, pay a rate of return back to her company. She would in turn pay 10% per month to each plaintiff.
Bartleson signed an investor agreement September last year.
So total, how much did you invest?
$80,000.
$80,000.
In the beginning, she got some money back. A couple months after that,
In December, that's when everyone in our group was like, oh, why is it late? Why is it late? Is it yours late? Because you're supposed to get it every 10 business days of the month.
Bartleson said Dickerson assured her things were okay.
And she said, you guys are fine. You're my friends. I'm still going to give you your, because she knows we're building a house in the Philippines. So we're still good.
They were not good. Bartleson estimates she only got back about a quarter of her investment, but tens of thousands of dollars still nowhere to be found. Devastating news to this military family.
I even told her that this is our retirement money. And she knows my husband is retiring from the Navy in July. She knows that we need this money.
Most of the victims in this case are of Filipino descent. The lawsuit alleges Dickerson used that to her advantage.
She absolutely used the culture for sure because she speaks Tagalog, which is the language of the Philippines, or at least the main language of the Philippines. She attended all these Filipino events where Filipinos gather of all types.
Audie DeCastro is representing Bartleson and more than 30 other people in a civil lawsuit, several people from San Diego. It alleges fraud, negligent misrepresentation, and breach of contract. In total, the lawsuit claims the plaintiffs invested more than $2.6 million.
This case spans multiple states. Not only is there a lawsuit here in California, there's also a lawsuit filed in Washington state. On top of that, there's a cease and desist order filed in the state of Alabama by the Securities Commission against Dickerson's business.
The second lawsuit filed in Washington state has more than 40 people alleging fraud and misrepresentation by Dickerson.
I don't believe there's any legitimate business. I don't think there's such a thing as investing in accident attorneys and getting a rate of return of 10%. That's an outright lie. That's not just a negligent representation, the type that's I would call run-of-the-mill fraud cases in civil law. This is actually, in my opinion, criminal.
DeCastro is also honorary consul of the Philippines in San Diego County. There's a warning on the consulate's Facebook page about her business since many of the people are Filipino. I called the number listed for Dickerson. It's no longer connected. I also reached out to her attorney. I have yet to hear back. Dickerson's attorney just filed a response to the California lawsuit, denying the allegations against her and asked the lawsuit be dismissed. For Bartleson, dreams shattered, not just for her.
I also got my mom into this too. So that's the hardest part, because I told my mom about the investment and she invested. And that's my mom's life savings.
She hasn't spoken to her once good friend for months.
If she was sitting where I'm sitting right now, what would you want to tell her?
Stop all the lies and just give people the money.